I'm Daenerys' character arc. Oh, and we did a good job! Who wants closure? I don't. That's why I'm still talking about Game of Thrones. Well, we really can't please everyone. Let's please absolutely no one! Well, I agree. We are here to talk about how every character had a bad ending in Game of Thrones. And today is about House Targaryen. The characters don't have to have a happy ending to have a meaningful arc. What do we say to the god of character development? Not today! Let's start with Missandei. The Missandei started as a slave, and just to finish her arc in a full cycle, she ended as a slave. Daenerys freed Missandei.
I'll take you as well.
And quickly Missandei became her right hand. The worst is her final moments when she incites Daenerys to kill innocent people like she was before. She could be saying as in burn Cersei, but yeah, not burn innocent. When you consider what Daenerys did after, it's like, really? Of course it's not her fault that she was in that situation. Even handcuffed, she could really just, boom, try to throw her down from the wall, Her final act should have showed that freedom that she had within her. And it's the best message ever. You can never escape your origins. Oh my god. Whose arc was also ruined? Yeah, Grey Worm. Grey Worm had a very similar path to this Missandei. He was freed by Daenerys. Became one of her closest advisors and allies and friends in the Battle of King's Landing. Grey Worm said, "We don't make prisoners."
How much more defeated do you want them to be? They're on their knees.
They are breathing.
So when Jon Snow kills Daenerys, what does he do? He makes Jon a prisoner for like 2 weeks or something. And Tyrion also. That's so coherent. Tyrion, in his trial, he just starts talking about Bran. Jon Snow just goes to the wall. Basically, he goes free. And what does Grey Worm do? Nothing. Let's be a coward. It looks like his character, it was all messed up. His love and his queen are dead. But that was Daenerys' journey. Yes. Why doesn't he stay there to make sure Jon Snow stays in the wall as his punishment? Grey Worm really just turned his back on Daenerys and let her killer go free. It just goes back to Essos.
Say what?
So yeah, Grey Worm, thank you for doing exactly the opposite of what you've been doing for years.
I was bravest. Always.
Well, let's get connected with the Bloodriders. Our dear Dothraki, they bow to Daenerys. They travel the sea. They hated it. They conquered King's Landing. And they just, let's retreat. It's not like we made all these journeys just to conquer King's Landing. No, we were just like taking a walk. Oh my god. Looking at the sides. They're part of our Khalazar, but they are more than that. They are Bloodriders. They made an oath to die with her or to try to revenge her death. So why just retreat to Essos? Why? The extras are out of character too. How is that possible? Let's go to one of the characters that even the actor just varies. The cunning and intelligent man. The one thing he prioritizes is the people's interests. Since day one, he was conspiring to bring Daenerys home.
I choose you.
Daenerys is now closer than ever to finally taking the Iron Throne. Suddenly, Varys just decides she's not gonna make a good ruler anymore. Maybe someone with balls. What the heck, why?
Cocks are important, I'm afraid.
Varys decides to betray Daenerys to put Jon on the Iron Throne. Let's say it's for the good of the people. Which doesn't make sense because Daenerys hasn't done anything to even hint that she won't be a good queen. So why suddenly is he changing his mind? In a few days, he starts conspiring against Daenerys, but he's not in the least subtle about it.
We're discussing treason.
Yeah, and he's the master of whispers. He's known for being discreet and doing things behind the scenes so that no one knows until it's too late. He openly tells Jon, "Yo, I'm going to make you king." Oh, such discretion. He's also telling Tyrion, who is still Hand of the Queen, "Yo, I'm going to kill Daenerys." So it's like, Varys, where is your brain? Yeah, for a moment, I thought it was a plan. It was intended, so he was... So of course, he's caught. He is executed for treason. And it makes sense because why is he betraying his queen? He's like,
I hope I'm wrong.
"You are!" And he's not. suddenly Daenerys really is completely crazy. Varys was right, and not because he was intelligent, just because the writer said so. We have to make the plot move towards her being mad. What are you going to do? Oh, make Varys act out of character. That's a good starting point. Let's talk about Yara. Yara character arc was already going down because Euron appears.
This is our queen.
I'm Yara Greyjoy.
In the books, he's a real promising guy. But here he just overshadows Yara's arc, because he wants also to be the leader of the Iron Island. When Daenerys comes to Westeros, Yara is one of those allies that will always support her. Yara's arc is just forgotten because she kidnapped, imprisoned, and we basically only see her again at the ending, and it's like, where was she during all this time? And she's like, yes, we can be one of those 6 kingdoms, because why not? We never are in rebellion. She was like, okay, my queen is dead. I'm going to say some words about it.
Some of you may be quick to forgive. The Ironborn are not.
And then I'll just let them decide. Her family, Theon, Euron, we never see nothing more. Theon dies. There's no obvious closure. And we never see her fighting back her uncle, Euron. I know it's a big show, a lot of characters. You know what could solve that? More episodes! Her arc was forgotten. And we're going to talk about someone whose arc actually made sense. Yeah. Sir Jorah Mormont. Sir Jorah was exiled from House Mormont. He basically found his purpose in protecting Daenerys and serving her.
All I've ever wanted was to serve you.
As we kinda expected, because it made sense, Sir Jorah died for Daenerys. He died protecting her just as he lived. It's sad, but it makes sense. The mother of dragons and the breaker of chains. That's the legacy he dies for. But 2 seconds later, Daenerys becomes a tyrant. It just takes all the meaning of his sacrifice away. A really sad note to end a man's life on. The next character... Well, we have talked about the Targaryen allies, but I think you know who is the main character of this video. Daenerys Targaryen. Where to start? Daenerys started Game of Thrones abused by her brother, raped by Drogo, and betrayed by everyone. She always knew that the Targaryen, they are all crazy, and she was always, okay, I will not follow that path.
I'm not my father.
No, Your Grace. Thank the gods.
She became a Khaleesi. She didn't like the violence towards the women, the not caring for the older and the sick. She didn't want those people to go through what she did. After Drogo died, her only goal was like, Westeros is my home. I need to go there. And as she went along the way, she really made a difference, freeing every city that she comes across.
How many slaves are there in Yunkai?
200,000.
Then we have 200,000 reasons to take the city.
Yes, she sometimes threatened people, and she later killed people who betrayed her and their enemies.
The blood of my enemies, not the blood of innocents.
And she always made sure that the innocent people would be freed and would be cared for. She also gave Unsullied their freedom. She also gathered the Dothraki. I mean, she basically showed everyone, I have power, but I also know when it is right to use it. She makes so many personal sacrifices to make sure people don't get hurt. She chained her dragons because one child was burned. She chose to stay in Marine because the city would be taken by the slave masters again. And that all happened in a time span of 6 seasons. When she comes to Westeros, she doesn't attack immediately King's Landing.
We should hit King's Landing now.
We will not attack King's Landing.
Because they're innocent people. She doesn't want to be
Queen of the Ashes.
Then winter is coming with Night King. It's in her best interest to defend her realm. And also, she was in love with Jon Snow, so she wants to help him. Still, that doesn't sound like the mindset of someone who only thinks about conquering what is hers. In the moment that Missandei is killed, she could be triggered. Well, she's mad, okay. But she doesn't. We think, okay, she's stepping away. She's trying to think with a cool head. She will do what she was trying not to do. To attack King's Landing. She won the battle. And then... I am a little fuzzy by flying every time with these dragons. Why not burn the rest of the city? Instead of going right away to the Red Keep, let's just zigzagging about this King's Landing. From a storytelling perspective, let's see what could be the reason behind her turn. I mean, she has lost so much. So it can be everything piling up, or it can be her madness in her genes. If it's everything piling up, then surely there's something just makes her snap. Nothing is there to make her snap.
Okay.
And don't come with that, oh, she sees the Red Keep, it's the sign of her ancestors. Because she has never seen the Red Keep. She won't associate it. She's just like, I want to make someone pay for what I've suffered. If she went straight to Cersei and like opened fire just because she was in a rage, it would be kind of understandable. She's going to Cersei. She only sees that. But it's not what happens. So, surely must be the madness in her gene. You're trying to tell me that in 5 seconds she suddenly became mad?
Perhaps it's good that people see that Daenerys Stormborn made every effort to avoid bloodshed.
Yeah.
Oh, there was foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is not character development. There was also foreshadowing that she wouldn't be like the Mad King.
Yeah.
Oh, and there was character development that she wouldn't be mad. Did you know the Mad King didn't go around just burning his people?
Yeah.
Burn them all!
You know what he did because he was mad? He was very unstable, so suddenly he was like, I'm very suspicious of everyone. I'm going to make those noblemen be burned alive. Or I'm going to burn you because you bother me. But not like I'm going to burn the entire city. And now she's burning literally children alive. Children screaming and she's like, yeah.
I don't want another child's bones dropped at my feet.
When she starts burning, we never see Daenerys again.
She's probably in Dragon and it's, please Dragon, stop fighting around!
I want a snack. In her madness, she takes so much time burning people. She actually gives Cersei the time to escape.
Yeah, why not?
The only person that she has any reason to want death. Woo! We got King's Landing. Now let's liberate all the other kingdoms. What? She's going to liberate people now? Liberating means killing. Okay, that's definitely what she did before. When she liberated Meereen, the woman that we saw free slaves. Now he's talking about taking all the kingdoms by force and don't give the people choice because they don't know. I know best.
They don't get to choose.
That really sounds like everything she's done so far.
In a 6-season span.
7 seasons and a half! Because until episode 4, she has done nothing to deserve the title of Mad Queen. Is she ruthless? Yes, but isn't everyone? Jon Snow hanged a child for betraying him. Arya basically killed an entire house and baked them into pies. How come every single one of these people are justified but not Daenerys for burning your enemies? So now she's mad. She's very suspicious. Everyone has betrayed her. And she lets Jon get really close to her and kill her. That's how Daenerys dies. Once again, betrayed. And there goes Misa, the breaker of chains. Her legacy is just tarnished by these last actions. From day one, what you see is a woman trying to move past abuse and move past her father's sins.
I will answer injustice with justice.
The message is clear. Don't try to make a better world.
You are doomed to be exactly what you don't want to be. Daenerys really sent such a good message to little girls and to grown women everywhere.
This could have happened.
Yes.
But please, at
I
least
agree.
more 2 seasons, right? Not in 2 episodes.
Maybe George R. R. Martin will go this route, but it wasn't very well made. It was too rushed, too out of nowhere. If you build it correctly, it's such a tragic story, but it makes sense. I remember reading in an interview, Emilia Clarke is really worried that this is what people will think of Daenerys. It's not Daenerys, don't blame her!
At least almost every fan, they know that someone screwed this up. If you agree with us, please tell us. If you disagree, please tell us.
We stand by Daenerys Targaryen. Yes. Everyone really was kinda shitted in the House Targaryen.
We like to subvert expectations.
And that's what it all comes down to.
If you have to say something more about any of these characters, please tell us below.
When I talk, oh, Game of Thrones and that's so blah, I'm like, okay, but as soon as it comes to characters, that's when it hurts the most. At some point, you see yourself represented in the characters. And you're like, Daenerys has gone through so much. Maybe I, despite all the abuse and all the hardships I've been through, maybe I can also conquer my fears and fight for what I believe in. And then the message they give us is like, no, you can't. Remember what Daenerys stood for.
We're going to leave the world better than we found it.
Because we always will.
Well,
Farewell.
We are sisters of the Geek.
Thank you for watching. Me going to cry now about Daenerys. Goodbye.